Hi all, my name is Haley Soder. I currently teach at Prosser Career and Education Center in New Albany, Floyd County. I am going on my 9th year teaching. I really enjoy teaching what I teach. I love the passion my kids show, and I have such a passion for food and hospitality, and I think that's important. One of the real world dilemmas I see in my everyday classroom is just finding the time to plan the way I want to teach. It's hard to plan with not a lot of time in the day, and not a lot of time without students, and teach them the material they need to know, as well as the way the material should come across interesting and those kind of things. And I feel like me as a career education teacher, where my class is very hands-on, very lab oriented, I know that struggle is really real for teachers that do not have labs, and they kind of base their classes off of more of lectures, and they don't have that outlet, that project-based learning outlet with the hands-on experience. So I know some questions there that could be raised would be, is an hour a day enough? Is it ample enough time for teachers to actually plan using their rigorous curriculum for the following day, or staying ahead of the game? I think, I can't answer that, but I do think we all agree, even the days we get with no students before school or at the end of the school year to prep, there's not enough hours in those days to prepare, plan for a rigorous day constantly. And there's a lot of push towards that. So I found that really hard. I want my students to retain all the information I give them, not just memorize it and forget it. But it's hard to do when I don't have the ability to plan enough for them and be able to continue to follow through on things, and do constant post assessments, refreshing their memories and those kind of things, because we move on to the next content. They've passed this part, we move on, but then after we move on to the next thing, did they remember the first thing? So it's frustrating, but yeah, that's my real world dilemma. Which of these am I passionate about? I would say content knowledge, I think, is super important for a teacher. I really like teaching strategies too. I was kind of going back and forth between those. Content knowledge, we're professions in our game. We know our content forward, backwards, left, and right. So I love that. Content knowledge is a passion for a lot of people. It's definitely a passion for me, because I get going with my students and I give them real world stories, and it is definitely something I strive for, that I pull out of my students, just trying to get them to know this content, and where it came from and why we have to learn this. But I would say my backup to that, like I said, is teaching strategies. Again, goes back to planning. I would love to try all these different teaching strategies and these different ways to teach certain things, but it's hard when you don't have the time to plan. And like I said, I look forward to this class. I think it'll be great. I'm ready to collaborate with you all. Thank you.